Hello everybody, welcome to live watch of the FIFA World Cup. It's a wrong title. FIFA Club World Cup final. It's a mouthful to say. Between Chelsea and Palmeiras. Hopefully we can right the wrongs of 9 years ago and win. Let's go.
Thank you, James. Afternoon, everyone. Well, this is a day where
go on, Chelsea.
To complete the set.
Come on.
This is the
Time to
only
complete the
major
body
trophy
set.
missing from their extensive collection. Whatever happens, there will be a new name on the Club World Cup tonight. Palmeiras, the South American champions, also seek to win it for the very first time. To them, it really is an obsession, as so far
come on, Chelsea.
And today they seek to end European dominance of this competition.
I will give you the Chelsea lineup now, which is Mendy in goal, Christensen, Silva, Rudiger, Azpilicueta, Ante, Kovacic, Hudson-Odoi, Mount, Lukaku, Havertz. On the bench is Kepa, Bertinelli, Alonso, Chalobah, Sarr, Jorginho, Saul, Barkley, Kennedy, Pulisic, Ziyech, and Timo Werner. And those are the Chelsea lineup on this, but that's been, you can see who's starting for Palmeiras. That's Palmeiras team there, so you can let you guys see that, and that is your Palmeiras team to play Chelsea today. Come on, Chelsea! Come on, Chelsea!
African champions. They got a bit of revenge in the process. Al Ali with a side who beat them on penalties in last year's third place playoff. Chelsea fans comfortably outnumbered in Abu Dhabi by
good Chelsea.
supporters.
Oh, having the Waterloo Villa 3-1 down to Congo fucking Rangers. It doesn't get any better.
3,500 from London. Palmeiras sold out their ticket allocation for the Club World Cup in less than half an hour. It's estimated there's about 15,000 of their fans
God, Chelsea!
this evening. Competition that is taken
come on, Chelsea!
seriously in South America. If you were to ask many of the Palmeiras players, I would imagine they would all say to a man that this is the biggest game of their club careers so far. Something felt, as he's been saying, by Thiago Silva, Chelsea centre-half, who of course being from Brazil, knows all about how much this competition means in his homeland.
Let's win this.
Chelsea, in the words of Thomas Tuchel, looking to make the final step tonight and become Club World Cup winners for the first time. Tuchel
come on, Mendy!
Abu Dhabi yesterday after his COVID isolation period ended just in time to be here. One of his biggest calls was who to start in goal after Kepa's excellent semi-final performance, but it's Edouard Mendy who gets the nod. His first appearance since the 2nd of January, having won AFCON with Senegal.
Come on, Paul Cooks! Here after a fire, and we're going top of the league. Come on! Oh, that was the only bit that was stressing me out before we played. I just went chest for the score before we played. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Oh, that was stress. That was stress.
Came on as a sub in the 2012 defeat in this competition. Chris Beath is our referee, 37-year-old Australian, actually refereed the Olympic final between Brazil and Spain last summer in Tokyo. He's been an A-League referee in Australia since 2005.
Wow, so we got a referee. Aye, Whittle, get in!
VAR, and we will have semi-automated offside technology in play tonight. There are only 4 non-Brazilian players in the Palmeiras squad. 2 of them start in their back 4. Paraguay international Gustavo Gomes, formerly of AC Milan, and Uruguayan left-back Joaquin Piqueres, who arrived in Abu Dhabi later than the rest of the squad after recovering from COVID. 2 of their biggest forward threats are Rafael Veiga and Dudu. They each made one and scored one in the semi-final win. Goalkeeper Weverton has made 5 appearances for Brazil in qualification for the 2022 World Cup.
Get in, mate!
Has reached the final of every cup competition Chelsea have entered since he took charge of the club.
Come on, Chelsea!
It only took him 379 days to achieve. This is final number 4 with a 5th to come. This month, Abel Ferreira has already won 3 major trophies in his 15 months in charge of Palmeiras, including back-to-back Copa Libertadores successes.
Good, Chokes!
Lukaku with the winner in the semi-final for Chelsea. Corinthians win over the Blues in the 2012 final as the only time a non-European club has won the Club World Cup in the competition's last 14 editions. Can another team from Sao Paulo stop Chelsea? Or will they finally complete the set today? Kick-off at 8:30 local time, 4 hours ahead of the UK. The temperature in Abu Dhabi about 23 degrees right now.
Here we go, Chelsea gets on the way. Let's go and let's win this.
Palmeiras aiming to end a long-running obsession to achieve their sporting holy grail, a meeting of the European and South American champions.
Come on, Chelsea.
Alongside me, a man who knows all about winning trophies with Chelsea. Good afternoon to Mark Hughes. We should have a good contest here.
Yeah, looking forward to this, Adam.
Legend! 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 Now that guy definitely has some respect for Chelsea. That guy is respect. Respect.
I think from Chelsea's point of view, they've got to really approach this in the right manner. Just felt maybe their performance
won the FA Cup with us in '97 and also won the Cup Winners' Cup with us.
The travel beforehand and just climatising, a little bit slow to
what a player he was, aka Sparky. So I'm glad he's on. I mean, just see how he's good at commentating. We've got to afford to play what we did against Al-Hilya. If we play like that, we'll get punished.
The touch here for Thiago Silva, comfortably the oldest player in the Chelsea squad.
Come on, Chelsea!
The second oldest. It means so much to Thiago Silva to win this competition as a Brazilian.
Go on. This is a good play.
And he got the winner in the Champions League final, Hudson-Odoi. Early chance to cross for him. It's not a bad ball either. Struggling to get it clear.
Oh!
Came some way off his line there. Let the ball in from Hudson.
Unlucky.
Yeah, that's a better chance than
Brazilians.
Actually understood.
These Brazilians.
Disorganised in terms of where he thought the ball was and didn't react quickly enough. But that's a good sign. You sense that Hudson-Odoi has been told get the ball into the box and get some service into Lukaku if you can.
Has says that he prefers, as you'd imagine, to play further forward, Hudson-Odoi, but has enjoyed the learning experience of playing in effectively a wing-back.
Does your head in?
Says it's helped his all-round game, particularly naturally, as you'd expect the defensive side of it.
Yeah, Chelsea in the past have gone with wing-backs that actually
boys.
converted winners. You think back to the time when Victor Moses was converted by Conte, so it's something that they've done in the past, and it's been effective for them. So Hudson-Odoi's got an opportunity here.
Thiago Silva. To say this is how we expected things to pan out with Palmeiras happy to sit off to allow Chelsea to have possession. Well, they have got dangerous players on the counter-attack. The likes
Jeez, we don't want that. We don't want that happening straight away.
Made one in the semi-final. Gustavo Scarpa is one of their key creators. Top for assists in the Brazilian league last season. 13, he got 5 more than the next highest player. Gomez. Rocha. Ronnie with the cross.
Why would someone try and do an overhead kick in the first 3 minutes?
His shot took a deflection.
Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
On the Copa Libertadores holders.
Yeah, good patience from Palmeiras there.
Why would you want to go and do an overhead kick? You'd want to do that mainly when you're near the end of a game, when you've got confidence to do it.
By the attempt by Dudu there. So, Yeah, it's a little bit cagey at the moment. It's not going to open up just yet, but lots to come, I'm sure.
First corner kick then for Palmeiras. It's Gustavo Scarpa.
Oh, come on, Chelsea.
International who will take it in towards the near post.
Take that, I'll put it, take that.
Ronnie, whose childhood hero was Edmundo, remember him? He was nicknamed the Animal. Says they're regularly in touch. They're texting each other ahead of this. Abel Ferreira, the coach of Palmeiras, somebody with a really developing reputation. 3 major trophies in his first 15 months in charge, including back-to-back.
Go on! Go on! Go on, Big Rom!
Conte.
Come on, we need to have a shot or something, do something.
Rudiger.
Oh no, they'll be doing a lot of fouling with Palmeiras. That's a ball. That's a ball.
Hudson-Odoi is there as well. Just about kept in play there.
Lukaku! Shoot! Oh, you bastard!
By Scarpa.
Needs a haircut. Is he really taking the piss?
Chelsea like to dominate in and they want to affect that. But it's interesting.
Angelo. This ref was a... This...
Christensen.
Hey!
Nudge there by Piqueras on Conte.
That's a foul. And this referee's an Aussie.
Does have a knack, Abel Ferreira, of finding ways to win.
That's the ref. Because he's an officially an A-League referee.
Did it in the Copa Libertadores, against Flamengo and Atletico Mineiro. It's a real skill of his. And it's that type of challenge that he has again today against Chelsea.
We still are a good squad without him, but we're just switching stuff around. Somehow it works.
They're an accomplished side themselves. They fancy their chances. They're a successful side. They're used to winning, so they're not going to be fazed by going up against a very good Chelsea side, has to be said.
Well done, Marcus, for saying we're very good. Well done.
It was a late arrival to Abu Dhabi, having recovered from COVID. What about the decision, Mark, in goal? You'll appreciate, as a manager yourself, how difficult that would have been for Tuchel to pick Mendy over Kepa, bearing in mind how well Kepa's played of late.
Yeah, big decision to a certain extent, but I think it's acknowledged that Mendy is their number one keeper.
Oh,
you always go back to.
Oh no, this is not good.
Keeper that you have. It's tough on Kepa, in fairness.
I didn't need to see that. I didn't need to see that. Shamanga's injured and looks like he's going off on a stretcher.
Since he first came to the club, but the reality is he's
fucking hell.
Behind Mendy at the moment.
You don't. Adios, we got other players on the pitch. Come on, go Shamanga.
Chelsea do have a slight advantage of having
with
played at this stadium.
nearly 25 goals.
Palmeiras played at the Al Nahyan Stadium. Two venues only about 2 miles apart, though. Mount. Zé Rafael under pressure from Mason Mount.
Ah, come on, Chelsea.
His 4th 4-2-3-1 formation that they play. Palmeiras, Rafael.
Oh, Rudiger, be careful.
Just in front of the back four. This is Ronnie.
Ronnie?
Vega arriving in the box. Bit of a waste in the end though.
A bit ambitious there. I think Rudiger did a good job.
Are they just fucking everything?
Stood his ground, wasn't prepared to let him go on the outside, and never really on from that angle.
They really are absolutely fanatical, the Palmeiras supporters. Great story about their owner. The president who took over in November at their inauguration. Some of her personal details were given out. Fans were depositing money in her bank account. Havertz.
Go on!
Hudson-Odoi.
Why give it out to the Doy? He's not going to do anything with it. He's shy when he comes to the ball.
Money in her bank account, saying to spend it on a new centre forward. They did it because they had a social security number. Just quite an amazing story, really, but it just illustrates the fanaticism of the Palmeiras supporters. Very common, of course.
No, we're trying to have a shot on goal, but they're just blocking everything.
She said she thought she'd been hacked and thought money was being taken out, and then realised it was actually being put in.
Not quite sure that happened in this country.
Whip it and bend it.
You see how Palmeiras are just dropping and allowing Thiago Silva to advance with the ball.
Fuck off!
Hurt them if they're not careful, because Thiago Silva on the ball is very creative. Can
Nah.
right pass at the right time. So if he gets his angles right, they'll get good positions just off the back four, back five.
Wow, it looks serious. No, when I mean this injury could be serious, both sets of players in both teams are both distressed over it.
Rudiger.
So you know it's going to be serious if it's something that both, not even your players are being upset about it, because you don't want to see it on a football pitch. So because usually something like that means it could be career ending, which you don't want to.
Mason Mount. Chelsea will have an opportunity here.
Good Chelsea. But we are.
Good
It's just that
opportunities for Chelsea. You sense with the power they've got with Lukaku and Havertz, who's always got an eye for
Chelsea.
This is a good area for them. They need to exploit this.
Swaz. Need a haircut, Mason Mount.
He's leading assist provider in the Premier League this season. Mason Mount, 7 in all competitions.
That means Kante.
5 on the edge of the box here for Chelsea as they make their move in. It's towards Kai Havertz, but dealt with by Palmeiras, who now look to counter with Dudu. But he's
with Dudu.
Disappointing delivery.
One of the Palmeiras.
Need to do better than that.
One of the Palmeiras players is called Dudu.
But as the game develops, we'll just have to.
I think that's actually quite a
unique
name. Dudu.
Key area for them in terms of the amount of chances to be able to create in the game. They don't want to be wasting good opportunities at set plays if it's a tight game.
Go on, Mason. Go on, Mount.
Done really well there, Mason Mount. It's back to Christensen. Time and space for Antonio Rudiger. Hudson-Odoi. Chance to run at Ronnie.
Yes! Aspie! Oh!
At the back post.
Oh, Aspie.
There's that ball again from Hudson-Odoi. Really favours coming in onto his right hand side. And
yeah,
testing the back players of Palmeiras every time he does that ball at the far post. As for Lukaku, if he keeps making those runs, he's going to get on the end of one.
And what's annoying that Palmeiras are just being fouling cunts.
towards Lukaku, who straight away had Piqueras.
Well done, Lukaku. Strength.
Maybe there, the left back. And the coach, Abel Ferreira, feels that was harsh.
Wasn't too happy
With
that
it.
decision. Got the lucky give the assistant, but Chelsea can
Yeah.
hold in the game now and stand to impose themselves, and that will worry
If it's
Palmeiras clearly, because they don't want to be pegged back too early, too soon.
Kevin De Bruyne can do it, definitely.
It's another opportunity from a free kick, fairly quick succession here from Chelsea to get a good ball into the box. Didn't maybe do that with the first one, Mason Mount. Vega and Scarpa in the wall. The South American champions.
Thinking, why the heck did you do it?
Should win the Copa Libertadores. Mason Mount watched the whole game, said they were fiery and aggressive as he looks to try and take the goalkeeper Weberton. Maybe by surprise there.
Yep.
Not sure about that selection of free kick there. He will always back himself because of the ability that he has on set plays, but the two he's put in so far.
Yep.
A little bit of frustration from Lukaku sums up his teammates' feelings.
That is true. In real life.
Ronnie seeking the free kick, challenged by Rudiger.
One of those soft ones. Centre forward was always the favourite to collect the ball. So
Yeah.
if he felt the touch from behind, he was always going to go over and claim the foul.
Still plenty of work in defensive areas
Yeah.
as well so far. Ronnie is on his side, a free kick in a decent position here. Mendy
Woo!
to be tested.
Yep. And Everton are 3-0 up against Leeds. That'd be good.
Gustavo Scarpa will take it.
He only costs 50 million. Richarlison. And he's Brazilian. What?
Keep it going here.
Yeah.
Dudu. Early crossing by him was a good
Oh,
one. Mendy stay put.
nice.
And then it's
Good save,
easy to
Mendy.
Chelsea got to be aware of the quality that they have in right areas. A couple of the balls that have gone into the box of late have really tested Chelsea's defensive work. Good whip, good pace on the balls coming
Yeah,
in. So
that's what you
ideally
want.
to put that out at source and stop the balls coming in at the outset, rather than having to deal with the ball when it does come in with pace and power.
Wow.
We do have two sides here who are recognised for their defending.
Oh.
They've only conceded
12
once in their
12
last
minutes
7
of added on time. Wow.
Chelsea have kept clean sheets in exactly half
You
of
can't-
their matches this
you can't
season.
get any
18
longer than
39
that.
matches, which is a very good record. Thiago Silva. Possession lost a little cheaply there by Chelsea, but no repercussions for that.
Oh, ref.
Is it Rafael?
He's making the meal out of it, ref.
It'll be really important for them in terms of winning the ball back, say Rafael. He did it twice for both of the goals in the semi-final victory. He started each of those moves. It's very much substance and success over style, I think, with Palmeiras. I don't think that's unfair to say that. It's win at all costs, really.
I have no idea.
Of that in this early period. I think from their point of view, if they're going to have a good evening when they do win it.
It could be that we could be.
The first ball forward has to be accurate.
We could be 1-0 up, but it might not have happened yet.
At the moment, they're a little bit pegged back, and they're finding it difficult to advance up the field. But you do sense that they know what they're about, they know what the coach wants from them, and they're going to try and implement it if they can.
They only had 42% of possession in their semi-final win. They attempted 81 as I say, success over style. It's been brilliant, hasn't it, to have the Rugby League on Channel 4. We've got more action from the Super League next Saturday. Hull
Oh,
versus
OFC
St
versus St Helens.
Join Adam Hills from midday on 4. And the Formula E season continues this weekend. We'll have highlights from Mexico City tomorrow morning at 8:30.
What?
Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
Nice turn by Kovacic.
Go on.
Couldn't quite find
There
Lukaku.
goes.
Service into the Chelsea number 9 so far at least. Hasn't been great.
Yeah, another example there of Palmeiras allowing Thiago Silva to advance with the ball. They're going to have to be careful about that because
Nice.
if they can get the likes of Mount or even Kovacic,
That's nice.
Kovacic,
Come on, hang on in the
there,
Chesterfield, and hopefully Chelsea can
just on the
score.
half turn and straightening up people and getting up against defenders right on the edge of that box, then that's going to cause them a real problem.
What do you make of the early days of Lukaku's time back at Chelsea, Mark, as a former centre forward yourself?
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult for him at the moment. He's certainly not getting the quality of service that clearly he had at Milan, where he prospered and really enjoyed his football. It's about getting the best out of your assets. At the moment, it's fair to say maybe they're not doing that with Lukaku, but it's a two-way street.
Fucking hell,
You've got to make yourself available and work hard to work those positions in key areas of the field, and then if your teammates don't find you, then you can criticise them. But it's been a frustrating time for him in his second spell, but he's a good player, we know that.
It's Lukaku with the layoff to Conte. Certainly be eager for more silverware. Lukaku at 28 years old now. His Serie A title last season was only the second major honour of his career. The other was the Belgian title in his much younger days, 29-10 season.
His younger days? You can't call Lukaku too young.
Christensen, whose current contract expires in the summer. Conte couldn't quite find Havertz. There was an important touch there from Rafael Veiga.
Watch out.
Ronnie. Foul on Marcos Rocha.
Yep. Yep.
He's a 3-time Copa Libertadores winner. Marcos Rocha, the number 2 at right back for Palmeiras.
Go on, Chelsea. We need to actually attempt a shot at this keeper. We haven't done that yet.
Players want more than.
Except for Mason Mount. Mason Mount tried it from a free kick.
Thiago Silva. Again, he's able to bring it a long way unchallenged here, the Chelsea centre-back. Kovacic. Was the FIFA man of the match, Kovacic, in the semi-final. Thiago Silva looking for Mason Mount.
What?
It's not a bad ball, actually. A little bit unlucky.
And no one does. No, not a lot of. One did. And his name is called. Yeah.
With the ball in advance, I'm not sure.
Except they. Yeah.
Allow him to do that if he starts.
There is one
person with the right ball in the right area.
Yeah, except there's one. Yeah.
In his pre-match interview, when he said that people have to show more respect for Chelsea, he was saying, I think because they rather disbelief in Brazil when they hear that there's a chance for
you know that Pep came out and said that Chelsea are the best team in the world.
2 in the box. Scarborough made a run down the left as well. Made the room for the shots and is certainly worried Mendy. A significant effort of the game from Dudu.
Yeah, looks a good player. Great cross control, able to manipulate the ball himself. And Palmeiras are going to need that from their front guys. It may be that they'll have to plough a long furrow at times up top, but they've got to have an end product, and with ability and talent that they all seem to have, clearly being Brazilian players. They're going to have the ability to create little half chances that they'll hope to convert. So Chelsea have to be aware of that.
saying about Thiago Silva, there is a real disbelief in Brazil that
It's
competition
wow.
isn't taken perhaps as seriously by European clubs as it is in South America.
Wow.
Christensen, Kovacic.
Yep. I do like what Pep said because he was nice to us. He labelled us the best team in the world,
Makes the run through the middle.
even though, despite me considering his team to be the favourites of the trophy.
Kovacic. Nicely done by Conte. Havertz, they're moving through the gears here as Havertz then has the effort.
Yeah, but he's always.
Yeah, very tight in there.
That's why he said. That's he said that in a post-match. He said that for the post-match conference for the game against Norwich. That's when he said it. He said it literally on camera, talking about a Premier League game, and someone asked about us. So he gave them the answer, and he said we were the best in the world. And he said,
Kovacic.
why would you want to? Yeah, because why would you? Oh! Oh no! Weymouth have just scored. Fuck! Ah no! Spoil the fucking party, why don't we? They scored in the 99th minute.
Best of shots from Havertz. You'll feel he should have done better, given the space in front of him. But
out of 12,
that's an illustration of when Chelsea do win it in key areas.
That was 9 minutes.
Yeah. Palmeiras are going to be exposed. That's when they've got to really quicken up their passing and get into the feet on the half turn of players in advance of the ball. If they do that, then they're going to have opportunities to get shots off.
Thiago Silva fires forward the pass to Lukaku. They need to get numbers forward quickly here, and it's nicely for them, and it's a chance for
Doo-doo! Doo-doo!
Probably the best opening that they've had. The touch to him by Zé Rafael, and he couldn't make the most of it, Doo-doo.
Well, that's a warning for Chelsea. A little bit of pace injected into Palmeiras' play there, and this guy who looks like a real threat to Chelsea this
is
after watch his
we managed to find out what the injury could have been. It turned out the player could have potentially broken his leg.
Actually, with the club when they failed to score and lost in the
yeah, and you know what's weird? The person who put in the challenge, who didn't get sent off for it, ended up scoring.
Is that they're much better prepared this time.
No, but he shouldn't be. But really, he shouldn't be laughing at anyone who gets a broken leg, because it's not good to anyone. But I'm just saying. All I'm saying it is. I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked.
Rival fans in
Yeah.
told the Palmeiras supporters endlessly with chants about their failure to win this competition.
I know the only thing that's annoying is how on earth.
To have been the original global champion 71
The only thing that's annoying is how on earth no one can get sent off it, potentially breaking someone's leg.
Juventus in a competition that's never been recognised officially by FIFA. There's Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president since 2016.
So it means we'll definitely have to go into the market. Because now we're relying on the Quasi-Asante, who's our other main striker. Who knows he can score a goal or two. Come on.
Rafael Veiga, who've made the furthest run forward there. Christensen. Cesar Azpilicueta.
Please say it's dude.
Kai Havertz. Chance for him to stretch his legs. Hudson-Odoi.
Doo-doo! Does that guy like go into the toilet like having their doo-doo? Doo-doo!
And now they look to counter again.
Ronnie!
Danilo. Joaquin Piqueras. Gustavo Scarpa. Dudu. Gomez.
Ah, we got people that can go in that position. His name's called Hakim Ziyech.
Rare period of possession here then for Palmeiras.
Oh, it's even that because we got so many players in that position. We can rotate if anyone gets injured. We're the same as like Man City. You got so many players, we can rotate for the eventuality.
Danilo is somebody who has attracted, we're told, attention.
But the main thing is, it's good thing that Tuchel's literally on the ball with it.
Credit to those Chelsea supporters who've made the journey of around 3,500 miles. But Thomas Tuchel is being forced into a very early change here with just over half an hour gone. Mason Mount is presumably with injury going to have to be withdrawn here. I have to say, I haven't noticed him suffering too much with something, as there's a shake of the head there from the England international. And it's the USA forward Christian Pulisic who will come on to replace him.
Saudi!
There's a setback for Chelsea there. Mason Mount will always affect the game in those higher areas. But Pulisic is a good player, we know that. A little bit upset because he hasn't had as much
Sweaty.
as he feels his ability deserves. Now he's got the opportunity to do his talking on the pitch.
He scored in his last game. That was a 3-1
Oh,
win
no.
for USA against Honduras. He played in Minnesota, that where there was a
Oh no!
with a wind chill factor recorded of -24. It's a fair bit warmer.
It's a bit warmer this evening, yeah.
I don't know how they played in that.
You think?
Luan, one of the centre halves, up for this set piece.
Yep.
Being watched by Thiago Silva. Can they find some quality here, Palmeiras? Gustavo Scarpa, it is who will take it. Decided to play in a deep delivery. Not a convincing clearance. That one was, though, from Kovacic.
Yeah, both sides will be disappointed with their delivery on set plays up to this point. Key moments in games when you have an opportunity to put a good ball into a great area in the opposition half, then you've got to take it. You can't waste these opportunities.
Given away by Danilo. Lukaku is playing it too far ahead. Piqueras goes back to Everton. Took a chance there, Piqueras. Just about got away with it. So he felt his side, in his words, only showed 30% of what they can do in their semi-final win, Abel Ferreira. First involvement for Pulisic finds Havertz. Kovacic. Thiago Silva. Nice dummy by Kovacic. It's just breaking down, isn't it, for Chelsea in the final third?
Yeah, I've seen something like that, but I don't think it will be it because it's a bit early.
Two good moments there from Pulisic. I think he's been sat on the bench paying attention to what's going on in the game and realised that if he can get in those little pockets just either side of Lukaku, there's going to be joy for him. And I think if he can get side on, then he's going to disrupt the back three, back four of Palmeiras.
Kovacic with the ball in and left by Piqueras, picked up by Everton.
Ronnie.
Scarpa. Conte, nicely done to Pulisic.
Go
Lukaku
on.
was in the middle, he tried to pull it
Oh.
back instead.
Good play from Chelsea. Nice and bright, in around the opposition area. Really unlucky not to find Kai Havertz there with the ball, but good moments for Chelsea. They need to build on this.
Ronnie. Rafael Vega's made his way to the edge of the box. Danilo. They committed a few forward here. Scarpa. Good claim though by Mendy. Final 10 minutes then of the first half. Hudson-Odoi for Chelsea.
That's good.
Has created more chances from open play per game in the Premier League for Chelsea than any other player this season. Hudson-Odoi. Looking on the outside here. Havertz.
Come on, Chelsea.
Foul on Pulisic. He won that free kick well. It's in a great position this for Chelsea as well. Challenge the foul by Rafael.
I've already got my stuff for tonight.
We've seen, haven't we, in the opening 35 minutes here, just how hard Palmeiras are prepared to work without the ball. Acknowledged ahead of this that there would be long spells of this game where they would be
Hakim
without the
Ziyech.
ball, defending in numbers. Likes of Scarpa and Dudu and Ronnie all getting
Oh.
to defence.
Or he can have one can have there is one guy who missed, but he's mix and match depending on what position it is. I want to see what Pulisic can do.
Has a go.
Oh,
Some way off target.
no, but at least someone had the audacity to think I'll go and give it a try. So you don't want it to be the same people all the time, because they might not be on the pitch.
We're honest, really, you want to be testing the keeper, making him have to make a save.
Oh,
and
yeah. But at least he had was willing to take it. That's the main thing.
Saying recently, as Mark alluded to a minute or so ago, Pulisic, in terms of not just chances, he feels he's maybe not got enough of those yet, Pulisic, but he's also said that he hasn't always been playing in the positions that he wants to as well. It's a great opportunity for him this on a big stage. Somebody who there is certainly still more to come from in a Chelsea shirt. Rudiger.
Come on, Chelsea.
Christensen. In towards Lukaku and the punch.
Yeah.
Decisive it was too from Weber.
Yes.
It's a good ball in. I'm not too sure the keeper's too hurt. Given the quality of the ball, I think he was looking for the foul, but that's the type of ball you would want.
Napoli 1, Inter Milan 0. Lorenzo Insigne.
Trying to get on the end of it. Keeper's screamed for the free kick and got it.
Surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised because
Chelsea be looking for.
he's trying.
In Brazil, Weberton, the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
At the Brazil
Yeah.
bench. Chichi rates in right up there with Alisson and Ederson. In 5 appearances in World Cup qualification.
Oh, it was a penalty as well. Jeez.
Well, that uncharacteristic error in the Copa Libertadores final. He's beaten at his near post.
Let me have a look. We're playing Kudabar, we're playing Ospina, Di Lorenzo, Romani, Kudabari, Mario Rui, Bobka, Fabian, Portano, Ladinsky, Insigne, and Osimhen's up front.
Get balls, angle balls into straight runs
And
people just on the half turn.
we all know what the Inter Milan team is because it's usually exactly the same.
Clear opportunities.
Never really change it, they do.
Palmeiras will be
But they're playing
reasonably
Martinez and Dzeko up front.
They obviously have got a game plan to concede possession and
Wow.
see where it takes them, and it may well open
Napoli.
towards the latter
And
end of
it's-
the game. Hopefully sooner than that from
Oh, it's Martinez, Dzeko, then midfield. They've got a midfield 5 of Perisic, Çalhanoğlu, Brozovic, Barella, Dumfries, then a back three of Skriniar, De Vrij, and Di Marco, and Handanovic in goal. So, and they still, and stupidly enough, we managed to break through at the first time of asking, and we won a penalty from it. And there's a fact, interesting fact. Napoli have kept the most clean sheets in the competition, and they've been awarded the most penalties. With 9, but now it's number 10. Wow. Inter haven't lost to Napoli in the last 5 meetings. Interesting. Lazio won today. Immobile shite. I don't know the other guys who scored because I've never heard of him. Zakagini or Zakan? Well, a player I've never even heard of. This player I've never even heard of. And most of Lazio's side are players that we would more or less would own. Most people would know. I've heard of them. I've never heard of this guy.
Silva.
Yep. Oh, let me go. Get my things. Got my stuff for today.
You've been with Chelsea for a decade now.
Got my stuff. Let's see what I've got for today. Got a bit of. You can't get enough of dipper it with mint with lime. With a bit of dip. That's the dip. That's dip with this. To go with this. And I've got these, but I've got a sour cream and onion. And that's it.
Very difficult to break down. Palmeiras.
How did
to Thiago Silva.
Yeah, I've got it down here.
In towards Havertz. Did bounce off his chest.
So I didn't need to buy any.
Won it, and then cleared on the edge of the area.
Nah, I'm fine.
Lucky good ball in.
Because what I mostly have is I usually have these. That's my way of my form of energy. Nah, innocent bubbles because it's really healthy and it's basically got full of vitamins in, so it's good for you. Nah. Oh, Eminem. Saying about that. M&M's. Yeah, so I just didn't want to spend too much because then.
Recall watching Lukaku a lot.
Dodo.
Doo-doo.
Dodo, or Dodo, whatever you want to be called, Dodo.
The side seems set up purely for him, really, to play to his strength, and he knew he had a coach in Conte who'd always wanted him and was so glad to have him.
Yeah, clearly that's not the case at Chelsea.
I'm going to have you. Well, we are here.
It isn't always straight into the big man's feet or body.
I'm just having a look.
Cuts a frustrated figure when he's
having a look at
service that he thinks he needs.
That's why I'm just having a look who's on our bench. Just so I can see if, for like second half, who we could bring on that could help. That would be someone like bring on a Hakim Ziyech or a Timo Werner, because they always seem to get us forward, especially Hakim Ziyech. He gets us forward.
Yeah, I would imagine the way they've talked before the game and how they hoped that the game would pan out in this first half has actually come to pass, because they've been really solid. They've stepped in front of attackers when they've had some good occasion there. You see how the centre halves have dictated.
Come on, Chelsea!
And when they have won, they've drove with the ball, run past players in midfield, and had good opportunities. In fairness, the last opportunity they should have done a lot better.
Are we too afraid to shoot or something?
So that's a warning for Chelsea. They can't underestimate this opposition because they've got quality in good areas.
Always was going to be a case tonight for Palmeiras of
Yeah, no.
Using them wisely. We're never going to have as much of the ball as Chelsea. It can be so often a misleading statistic, that, can't it? Possession.
If we have
Kovacic. Final minute of the half.
if you want to know the actual best players on the pitch, two of them are for us. Are the two best players on that pitch, which is Azpilicueta and Thiago Silva.
Chelsea just lost a little bit of patience.
And then the best ones for Palmeiras are on their wings, called Roca and Ronnie.
Good incisive passes, angle passes to maybe guys making angled runs into the box and take the defenders out by
yeah, because on there their ratings are like 6.9 and 7 and got a 7.0.
Just playing to feet, then Palmeiras will enjoy that and face that challenge because at the moment.
And Christensen's up there with them, and then Christensen's up there.
So a minimum of 3 minutes added time at the end of this first half. Conte for Chelsea.
Thiago's and was it at the keeper?
Kovacic. Rudiger. Hudson-Odoi.
Way, well done.
Up against Ronnie. He's put in a couple of good crosses in this first half. Hudson-Odoi, but maybe Tuchel will want to see more from him.
That's why.
In the second half. Kovacic.
That's why I would think the one player. I don't know, but I would bring this player on. I don't know if it's a risk. Bring Kennedy on.
Have a go here. And he wasn't too far away. Well, they stood off him and it opened up and he just thought, why not?
And if you think, why would you bring him on? He's already played these this season because they beat Flamengo in the final to get to this competition. And he played for Flamengo. So he knows how this team plays.
Touch on it there.
So at least we got someone on our bench who knows how these play.
Chelsea with the chance from a set piece right at the end of the first half.
Oh. And bring on Kennedy. Yeah, because he's played against them. Because I watched that at Copa Libertadores final and she had a good game. Oh, heads are just over.
Sending over the bar, it went.
Is that Silva again? Is that him again? It is! Our two best.
First half reflections, Mark.
Well, clearly Chelsea.
So our two best. So our two best chance of the first half have both come from Thiago Silva.
Game power Palmeiras. They're not an expansive team. They're going to allow you to come onto them. But clearly they feel they've got opportunities going the other way when they break with pace and with the talent they have, like Dudu.
I just love that name. It makes me laugh every time I hear someone say that name. Dudu. They must have think he loves going to the toilet, so I'll go and Dudu.
Test for Chelsea. They're going to have to work it out. What's the best way to go in terms of really affecting this opposition?
Could be the last chance to get forward of the half. Conte did well and then.
Oh, corner right at the end of the half. Corner.
Difficult pass to play there, but they have got a corner out of it.
God, Chelsea.
Very congested in the middle of the park for Chelsea.
They need to bring some players on in the second half,
Those wider
or
areas,
half time.
Diagonal runs into the corners of the box, and I think that's going to allow them to create more chances than they're able to if they continue to try and penetrate down the middle.
Into a 4th minute of added time at the end of the half as Rudiger.
Even Mark Hughes has even thought, right, Chelsea need to start being better if they want to penetrate the goal.
The Chelsea centre half as the half-time whistle is blown. And Chelsea have struggled to create chances.
God, Chelsea.
So far, it's always going to be a difficult test this against a side who are prepared to let them have possession and say, can you break us down? They've had 1 or 2 half chances.
God, Chelsea.
Themselves at the other end, the South American champions. We'll get the half-time thoughts of Glenn Johnson and Eddie Aluko shortly, but at half-time in Abu Dhabi in this Club World Cup final, it is Chelsea 0, Palmeiras 0.
Indeed so, Adam. Yes, a tentative, at times pragmatic, at most points frustrating first half then for the two teams there at the Mohammed bin Zayed Stadium. Chelsea with a lot of thinking to do. Thomas Tuchel, who flew out last night with some changes perhaps to make. Yeah, a lot of opportunities that have come to nothing. We'll be getting the thoughts of Glenn and Eddie after this.
One more, folks, gonna pop off just for a few. I am now back, folks.
Side for you?
I wouldn't say dangerous, but they definitely had some good openings in the first half. Chelsea looked sluggish, 69% possession, but haven't really done much with it. Lukaku looks frustrated. There's been times in the first half when they could have just gone into him.
If you guys to vote on what you want what you guys think of the first half.
Bringing others into play. Chelsea need to do that quicker. There's been a few times Thiago's had the ball, hasn't done it. So Chelsea need to make more of the possession they've had.
All right, words sort of sound familiar to a lot of Chelsea supporters that could apply to a lot of recent performances. Let's look at the Palmeiras moments.
It took Thiago Silva to do something.
An attacking moment.
Yeah, they like you say, we know they was going to try and sit back and make it difficult for Chelsea, but they did find themselves on the odd break to get into real good positions. With a tiny bit more quality in the final pass or that final, bit of thinking, then they probably could have been 1-0 up. But Dudu here keeps on the ball well. He's got the Chelsea players on the ropes here, and but he drops back inside there and hits like a, it's not really half a chance, but it's warning signs for Chelsea.
Chelsea, though, have had some chances, and we'll see them in a second or two as the first half wore on. But again and again, because they were having to push forward, Palmeiras were finding room in behind.
Yeah, I think sometimes with the back three at Chelsea, sometimes you can exploit them in wide areas if they're too narrow, which they've done. But you're not going to beat Mendy. It's going to take something special to beat Mendy. And so there've been a few warning signs, but nothing that Chelsea should be worried about.
Okay.
I think it's about Chelsea on the other end making more of their possession.
Well, let's have a look at one or two things that they have done. The Thiago Silva, who sort of got tired of trying to get a ball up to Lukaku and just had a pop for himself as the first half wore on.
Yeah, no, it's a great strike. Obviously here, Chelsea centre half's got so much space because Palmeiras have conceded a lot of space. It's a good strike. I think it was going wide anyway. But again, can Chelsea be a bit more creative than that?
Come on, Chelsea.
Palmeiras will be happy conceding long shots from centre halves against Chelsea. I think Chelsea can do a bit more around the box, create more chances. Lukaku, get him involved a bit more.
Okay, we've seen Ziyech go. Sorry, we've seen Mason Mount going off. What do you think they need to be doing then in the second half?
I think they just need to be patient, but at the same time they need to play the ball a lot quicker. I think they need to move Palmeiras around. It's hard to play the game without the ball. You run a lot more when you haven't got the ball. So I think they need to wear them down. Pass it a lot quicker. That means Palmeiras players have to sprint around to get into defensive positions. So like I say, I think if they do it a lot quicker, then they're going to find themselves in a lot more space.
All right.
Ha! Hudson the door, he can't.
Well, Palmeiras seem to be focusing a lot on him, understandably.
Yeah, of course. They know he's probably the main threat, but he's not the main threat when they're set.
Yeah.
Chelsea are passing it so slow.
Yeah.
Because as we've seen, he can't get in the game at the moment. So I think when they start moving it left to right a lot quicker, then Lukaku will find the space.
Okay. How does Thomas Tuchel get his Chelsea team playing quicker? Just tell them to play quicker, or something else?
Well, I think it's the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi, and he's got to beat his man 1v1.
Yeah.
Crosses in quicker. You saw in that clip as well. It's Gosling.
Oh, you don't need crosses to be put in quicker because he can't do it.
Can we do more of that to give more, creativity around the box?
Right.
But at the moment, it's a bit predictable.
Okay. Bit predictable and 0-0, but delicately poised, you might say, as we head towards
Yeah.
the second half of the Club World Cup final. Neither of these teams has ever claimed that honour before. They've both previously been beaten in this final.
I feel good.
Brings some sweet success for one of them, but which we've got the second half coming up in a couple of minutes' time, live on Channel.
And he couldn't do it. Ha! Yep.
50% off pizza when you split it.
Yep. That's the main thing. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. No, I can't. Yeah. just waiting for the second half to begin. I've also got Napoli versus Inter Milan on. Yeah, come on. Hopefully Chelsea will get the win. Hopefully pray the Lord. Yeah. I won't be going as mental because we not as much if we score because you're not playing that well to worry that we overscored. We're not being at our best. Yeah, it's usually what my dad. Yeah. Same as what my dad's just telling me is what you tell me. He's exactly the same, and he thinks he's all right. He thinks he's okay at certain things. It's just some things he lacks. Oh, it could be a player 1-on-1, except that player cheated, which was against Brighton. Which was then found out after the game that it turned out he actually stuck his arm out to block that ball. So he can do it. It's just that someone did dodgy tactics. Yeah. Come on, get vote in the chat if you are guys are here. Vote what you think of the first half. Just also listen to music. I'm doing just listening to something. Come on. Just checking stuff at the same time. Everything's working. Come on, Chelsea. Players coming out for second half now.
And the first half here in Abu Dhabi is
God, Chelsea.
ilk, goalless so far against Palmeiras, despite.
You need to actually do something. Don't be lazy.
Is the danger that
And
Palmeiras
actually have
see that
fucking
Chelsea haven't offered
shots.
too much going forward and will grow into the game?
Well, I think Chelsea, as long as Chelsea play with urgency and creativity, and they can
God,
bring on,
Chelsea.
players like Werner, they can bring on players like Jorginho, I think Palmeiras will always struggle. But Chelsea have to get that level of urgency into the game in order to, win this game.
All right. Lukaku striding out. Hopefully he's going to be feeling a bit of that urgency. Glenn, it's going to take something special to unlock.
Come on, Chelsea.
Yeah, well, as he says, they need a bit more energy. They need to pass it a lot quicker, and they need to take this.
We have got a player.
Scruff of the neck.
We have got a player who can cross the ball. His name is Christian Pulisic, and the other one is Hakim Ziyech.
A lot quicker and sharper.
But one of them's not on the pitch.
Chelsea talk about their frustration
That's why I would take Hakim Ziyech. I'll bring him on, take Anton Doyoff, and then at least you got someone who can run down, get like a cross in, and then get back. Because he does both.
Potential next time as well. But let's join our commentators for the second half. Mark Hughes and Adam Summerton.
Thanks, James. European clubs have won the last 8 Club World Cups, 4 for Real Madrid, 2 for Bayern, 1 for Barcelona.
Here we go, second half's on the way. Come on, Chelsea!
Keep the run going here. World Cup final.
Go, Chelsea!
Palmeiras for many reasons, but certainly one is redemption after what was viewed as a terrible performance by them at last year's tournament. Just a reminder, by the way, that the extra time and penalties are both possibilities here. Must get a winner today.
I don't want another extra time. We don't want Plymouth Argyle Part 2.
Rafael Vega had looked to make the run through the middle, but calmly intercepted by Thiago Silva. Kovacic.
Come on, Chelsea.
Bounced off the challenge and found Hudson-Odoi.
Hudson-Odoi, get off the pitch. Get off the pitch. You are a disgrace to this club and a disgrace to all wingers in football. He's basically just got the ball, lost it, and then literally because he lost it to a Palmeiras player, he then let the Palmeiras player flick the ball over the player that went to go and help him out. So he put that player under pressure.
Pulisic with Kovacic to his left. Bit of time and space, movement from Havertz. The run outside here from Hudson-Odoi.
Hudson-Odoi! Oh, Hudson-Odoi! You put a cross in and literally put the ball behind the entire amount of players that we have in the box.
Yeah, that was poor from Hudson-Odoi. You sense there's
He basically missed every single player in that box. It was in the box, but he went behind everyone. He needs to be in front of everyone, not behind everyone. See? Look, Kai Havertz, he's not even a winger. And he just tried to go put one, and he did it first time, didn't have to wait. So Kai Havertz can do a better job than you, and he's not even a winger. See? I don't like or you could use your phrase you say to me when we play in Rocket League. Because that was definitely... Yeah, that can suit Hudson-Odoi, because that's what it is. Oh no. Oh no, Hudson-Odoi. Oh no, Hudson-Odoi took a free kick. Hudson-Odoi took a free kick and it did fuck all.
Going to have to make better use of good opportunities to put the ball into good areas of the opposition.
And what's weird, there'll be one player that I know who would take that free kick because he's a natural free kick taker, but unfortunately he's not on the pitch. Because our other one is Mason Mount, and then the other one is Hakim Ziyech, and he's not on the pitch. Yeah, it's them three. With it, no. Yeah, so we got. No. Don't say the name when it comes to free kick again, especially what he did against Wolves at Molineux when he tried to do it by toe pointing it.
Good shot from Rudiger. When he was shaping
Yeah,
to shoot
that's
from
why
that
I didn't want him on free kicks after that, because you don't toe point a free kick.
Fantastic effort. He was dipping all the time and made the keeper worry for a moment. Good effort. Unlikely to score from that distance, but if you're striking it that well, who knows?
His fifth season now with Chelsea. Rudiger has 4
Rudiger.
He does eventually extend his stay. So will that man, one would imagine. He's something of a surly strategist, Abel Ferreira, the Palmeiras head coach. I wonder what he's made of the opening few minutes of this second half.
Oh, referee, that's never a free kick.
A bit of respite here, as Chelsea really have been dominating the ball in the first 5 minutes of the half, but they have a free kick, the Brazilian side.
But also, he's doing one thing in football, which is known as obstruction, because he had the ball between his legs, so it's obstruction.
Piqueras. Christensen to Conte. Oh, they've worked that nicely, Chelsea. Havertz on the edge of the box. Conte looks for him.
Oh, unlucky.
Just didn't quite get the weight of the pass right.
Unlucky there.
Yeah, good play by Chelsea. Speeded up their play. Nice ball inside. Conte driving with the
Come on,
ball.
Chelsea.
Just misplaced the pass, but good signs from Chelsea in the second half.
Such a big game player, N'Golo Conte, man of the match in the Champions League final. So important.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that Kante got man of the match in literally one of the biggest games in European football. Oh, fuck off. Oh, Hearts, you are shit. You can't even beat shitty ass Livingston in the Scottish fucking Cup. It's gone to penalties.
Really that Conte was playing in the third tier of French football when Chelsea played in their last club.
No, they haven't lost. They've gone to penalties in the Scottish Cup to Livingston, which are a top flight, a follow top flight club, but should be beaten.
Thiago Silva. Rudiger. Kovacic. Hudson-Odoi made a run. It's Lukaku. It's Havertz.
Have a fucking attempt, please, you cunts.
The free kick.
Palmeiras players do really well when the ball does get played up to them. They try and resist challenges, get the body in between themselves and the ball, and make it difficult for Chelsea to get the ball back off them. And that's a trait that's evident in their play. They're quite prepared to fight for those balls higher up the pitch to allow themselves either to get a free kick or.
Could you think it would work?
Through passing.
Oh my! Yes! Thank the fucking Lord, that was stressful keeping on that game. Hearts have fucking won 4-3 on penalties. What a shit house!
One of his little catchphrases.
Fuck me!
Approach today has been very interesting.
If you want to think of the phrase, you're gonna give me a type of heart connery. That's even more of a heart connery.
Opposition.
Fuck me!
They showed a versatility to their play in some ways as well. Rudiger with the header clear. Hudson-Odoi with a heavy touch.
You're one pen away from my heart beating and me being dead. And then that one goal has kept me alive.
Up against Rudiger.
Fucking hell.
Conte. Hudson-Odoi.
I felt sorry for anybody who went to that game. So you basically got a shit worth of money. Because I would not pay to go and watch that if it's going to be a boring 0-0.
You consider how hard they'd worked there with a high press to force Chelsea and back Chelsea into a corner, to then give away the free kick like that was a bit rash, wasn't it?
Yeah, they just let them off the hook there, Palmeiras. Chelsea obviously want to play out from the back, get that rhythm.
God!
Passing, but Palmeiras aren't going to allow them.
Come on, Chelsea, we need to get going.
In their play, they're working exceptionally hard. The only question you would ask them,
Fuck!
are they going to be able to maintain this pressure for the whole of the 90 minutes? Time will tell.
Come on, boys.
Dudu with the foul. Real feature of the player Palmeiras is the understanding.
Come on, Kovacic.
between Vega and Dudu. We haven't seen too
Hudson.
much of that so far.
That's the die. Oi! 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 Number one! Who's European champions? We are!
That's a
Finally,
great
they
goal.
got it right.
Big Rob!
Hudson-Odoi with the pinpoint
Woo!
cross. And there was Romelu Lukaku.
There we go.
How they needed that. It's been
People be
lit
thinking, what the
so
fuck are you
far for
doing?
Chelsea. Up to
I was
the
playing how
post.
much one of my favourite shows.
But
During the
Lukaku
night celebration.
with a real centre-forwards finish.
Yeah, great play. Fantastic stand-up ball by Hudson.
You guys don't know what that is?
And that's why.
You'd be thinking what the heck I was doing then.
That's what he's there for. To make sure those key moments.
Me and my little nuns. Naruto room.
Significance.
What a good show. My favourite show, so I thought I'll pay homage to that show. Get in, Romelu Lukaku. Big Rob could just revitalise his season.
Has turned up big time for Chelsea in the final now. But it's the first time really, Mark, that any quality service
Get
is
in.
put into Lukaku, and there's the result.
Well, that's what he's screaming out for. That's what
There we go, Chelsea 1-0 up. There we go, there we go.
And he will produce. He's done it right through his career. He continues.
But what makes it even more interesting, the crosses by Hudson-Odoi, who has done rubbish cross after rubbish cross after rubbish cross most of the game. And then he goes and does that once, and it worked. Why couldn't you do it all the time?
Much better from Hudson-Odoi.
It sounds like Hudson-Odoi does it when he feels like it.
Yeah, more pace to Chelsea's work now. You see that they've upped the tempo. They're running harder. They're pressing, winning balls back from the opposition.
Madness.
And they're just more intent in their play all round.
Kovacic, a reaction here of Palmeiras in terms of their approach after Chelsea's goal will be interesting.
Yeah, I don't think they'll change too much too soon, but clearly if it stays like this at some point in the game they're going to have to open up. And
I still think we should still bring on Timo Werner.
Keep in front and maybe emphasise the
just to get something going.
Thiago Silva. Lukaku, nice touch there to Pulisic, and it opened up.
Oh! What goal that would have been if I went in by Pulisic.
And looking full of confidence suddenly.
Yeah, much better play, quickened up, got good early balls into Lukaku, nice layoff, and you've got runners running from deep, asking questions of the goalkeeper. A lot better from Chelsea.
Thought for a minute there Chelsea were 2-0 up.
See that the game's turning in their favour. The goals obviously helped them, buoyed them, and they want to capitalise on this period now because they're totally in control.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if our old legend of a player called William will want us to win this game.
Ronnie. Rafael Vega's played it through, and Dudu's in here, but it was a heavy touch.
Because he plays for Palmeiras' rivals Corinthians now.
To Chelsea.
Yeah, just a reminder, I think he was just offside. I don't think we'll pull it back for the offside, but they're clever enough to cause you problems if you allow them time and space.
He's the only player in that team. I love William, and he said the only reason he wanted to go back and play for them is to be near family because of what's going on in the world.
Kovacic.
Which, during that point, I didn't blame anyone if they wanted to go away from, say, like the big club and wanted to go to, say, like and go to play for the nearest club near where your family is, because at least if anything goes wrong with them, at least you're not going to get stopped by like travelling and stuff.
Chelsea now press home.
We need to start playing and bring someone on. Oh, are they still being fouling cons?
To win this competition after Manchester United and Liverpool would complete the set for Chelsea. Conte brought that down.
Come on, Chelsea!
Lukaku. It's a bit more swagger and authority now about Chelsea. Havertz.
That guy. I don't. I'm not a big fan of Saru. It's just because he's one against an opponent like this, he would end up losing the ball quite a lot. There's only one game he's actually played what we wanted him to, and that was a 0-0 against Wolves. That was his best game for us. Because it turns out we have to play in a different. It doesn't suit this formation. He has to play a completely different formation to actually suit the way that Saru plays.
Also played in China and Turkey as well. Giles, typically a defensive midfielder, can also play.
I think the one game he played well, we played 4-3-3, and it worked for him. When in this formation, in our formation that regularly play, it doesn't suit him.
Looking for only the third major honour of his career tonight, the Belgian international.
Good, Chelsea. Half an hour to go. We need to get a second.
Conte with the challenge. Ronnie then take a nudge.
That's Kante doing strength, and you know it. That's just Kante showing.
Fullback Marcos Rocha.
What?
Good distance on it.
Yeah, but for what?
The captain. It might break for them in the box here. It did. The shot on the turn from Dudu just never.
But
had
for
the
what?
power
Because
or the
I've not.
direction.
Look, you know what the difference is? Palmeiras benches are going crazy for it. The players are not even saying anything. The players are doing nothing. The players are not even reacting. They're not even appealed. No, no, it says here no penalty. It says no penalty. Yeah, but according to what they are a little bit ahead of what we are, timer-wise.
Check for a potential handball.
There's no handball in that. There's no handball in that. He's just jumping for it. Look, he's genuinely going for the ball.
What's the decision going to be? Penalty.
Penalty, oh fuck.
Yeah, I feared the worst.
But that's never a penalty. He's jumping for the ball. How is he meant to? How is he meant to go and not put his hands up to jump? He's going to then go and injure himself if he jumps.
Initially, I thought it was a good opportunity that Palmeiras really didn't make the most of.
Do you get one? Do you get round coming from with what I'm saying? Because he's using his like arm to leverage himself, but unfortunately the ball's landed on it.
Chelsea's protests continue.
But how you expect him to go and go for that ball if he can't leverage his hand? Because it meant he'll have to go and fall over and injure himself.
Given away by the most experienced of Chelsea's players.
But I'm not blaming Thiago Silva. He's done the right thing. He was genuinely going for the ball. So unfortunately the ball landed on it. Can Edward Mendy, can you please do Jersey Do That, please? Can you please do Jersey Do That, please?
The African Cup of Nations saved a penalty in the shootout in the final.
Please.
Up against Rafael Veiga. Man of the match.
Come on. Is he doing his Jersey Do That? Oh, he's doing tactics. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's just come over mine. No way anyone will save it.
Arguably the biggest moment of his career, this. It is a competition that means everything to South Americans. Palmeiras, a goal down, but with a golden opportunity here to level things up from the spot.
Edward Mendy is doing his Jersey Do That thing, which is doesn't seem to work against South Americans. It works for against Africans.
Rafael Veiga.
Yeah.
That's an emphatic penalty. Mendy had no chance, and it's all square.
All to play for now. That's a break for Palmeiras. They've made the most of it. Be interested to see if they revert to type and look to keep it.
I still don't believe that's never a penalty.
Terms, but poor really from Thiago Silva. No need to have his arms up like that. But a good penalty in the end.
Because how was he meant? So how are you meant to jump? How are you meant to? His arm was actually on the player. The ball landed on it. You've seen ones where the ball is literally above the player. He's not above him. He's literally below him. The ball's just ended up. He's looking at the ball and the ball's just accidentally landed on him.
Their side are back in this. Their reaction to going a goal down, Mark, has been good.
Yeah, they've got a lot of character, you sense, this team. You look at the way they run around. And
if I was Thomas Tuchel right now, as soon as that went in, I would be thinking, I'm getting certain players on now and we're going for it.
It's great from their point of view. They got back into the game very, very quickly. That's a real boost for them.
Very, very quickly. It took them 10 minutes. If it was quickly, it would be about 2 or 3 minutes.
On the front foot now, and Ronnie looked to hit one. Chelsea have got to be careful here. They're coming under all sorts of pressure. They've really got the wind in their sails now, the South American champions. Unbelievable noise in the stadium.
Yeah, their tails are up now. Chelsea go right this period out, or they're going to concede once again. Huge support behind that goal as well.
Estimated around 15,000 have made the 7,500-mile journey.
Come on, anyone in blue, get your head onto it. And Thomas Tuchel, make some subs. So we can actually go for it.
Scarpa to take the corner. Sliced by Hudson-Odoi. They've got to just regain their composure here. Piqueras with the ball in, heading clear by...
We definitely would. We would be after we concede the goal. Most teams would panic after you concede the goal.
Change games. There's been a complete change round in terms of the intensity.
It happens with any team in football. As soon as you concede the goal, you will panic. Any...
Absolutely got belief in what everything that they're trying to do. It's really.
I'm just meaning it is in theoretically within the game. Yeah, just most teams would be after they conceded would be like us. Oh, that's Christensen, man. That's why we need to bring someone on.
He's cutting a frustrated figure right now.
Well, I wouldn't know who would he want to bring on. That's the thing.
Chelsea need to just show their experience. They've got players that have played in these types of games before. They just need to take the sting out of the game at the moment. It's a little bit.
Because if we can get ahead in the game and get more into it, it means we'll silence. You get the silence in the crowd. You always knows you're getting somewhere.
Lukaku. It's hard to get across just how much this competition means to South Americans. I remember the former Argentina international Julian Camino saying that playing in this final is the maximum, as big as it gets.
Put it in the box. Oh, you gotta put it in at any point.
Conte, lovely turn by the French international. Can Chelsea hit back here? Pulisic came on as a first half sub for the injured Mason Mount. Conte, good movement here from Pulisic.
Oh, lucky.
Defended though by Luan and helped out by Gustavo Scarpa, one of their forward players.
Go on, Havertz! Oh!
Almost did. For Havertz, it was
Oh!
very difficult angle.
Speculative, but at least we've actually tried something.
Did really well there, Havertz.
At least it's good that we actually tried something there.
In terms of concentration from Palmeiras, but he nearly got in and great effort in the end.
Chelsea pegged back here. They haven't been without their critics of late, but plenty of clubs would swap places with them, still fighting on 5 fronts. 6 major trophies in the last 7 campaigns, one already in the cabinet this season. They've got to go and try and win this all over again. Christensen. Pulisic peels off to the right, to the left that he goes instead.
Good ball.
Instant control.
Going on to the door.
Kai Havertz has kept it in.
Oh, that's unlucky. Did the right thing there, it just went beyond him. That's unlucky.
Didn't look a lot in there.
It's a clear ploy from Palmeiras when they do get the ball and try and run it out of defence. Any slight touch, they'll go down and claim free kicks and get up the pitch.
Scarpa. Piqueras. When it comes here for Marcos Rocha. Nice dummy. Danilo
Well
can
done.
Take it on. Conte just beaten to it. Kept in on the far side by Scarpa. Rafael Veiga made his way into the box. Dudu has held his position.
Dudu.
20 minutes to go in this Club World Cup final. Scarpa's cross.
Get out!
Danilo.
Oh, Kovacic, man.
Comes away with it here. And Rafael Veiga with the shot.
On the Mendy.
Comfortable for Mendy.
Really good work from the Palmeiras players here. Real persistence in their play. They drive, they're awkward to deal with, and they're getting their strikes on goal now.
Looks like one of their players is done.
I have to say it's been great to see Rugby League on Channel 4. We've got more action from the Super League next Saturday as Hull face St Helens. Join Adam Hills from midday on 4. And world-class MMA is coming to Channel 4, the Professional Fighters League. To be precise, you can get your fighting fix with the Challenger series in the early hours every Saturday morning. That begins next weekend on the Channel 4 Sport YouTube channel. Keep an eye out as well for Britain's Simeon Powell. Really telling that for me, Mark, that Ronnie, who played centre forward in the semi-final, was celebrating a tackle there in the right back position.
Yeah, they're fully engaged in this game now. Chelsea are going to have to be very wary in terms of the intensity
Come on,
of
Chelsea!
this game, because it's not going to go away anytime too soon.
Become a good watch in the second half. It's really on a knife edge, this. Kovacic. Hudson-Odoi. Again, Lukaku waits in the middle. Header clear by Gustavo Gomez.
And then Rudiger.
Kovacic. Chelsea really being made to work hard to call themselves, to have the right to call themselves the world champions. Conte tries.
Go on, Kante! Go on! Pulisic! Oh!
Nice drive by Pulisic. It's a
Yay.
really good Chelsea move. that, though.
Jeez. Close, but no cigar.
I feel that's the way forward for Chelsea. Any opportunity
That was
to
good
get
football.
Turned in those midfield areas and drive forward centrally, and then maybe play off Lukaku. He's now got his touch going. He's playing people in, little balls clipped into people's path.
Took a chance if Pulisic had had in this second half.
Pulisic possibly should have scored.
We can keep these loud quiet now, and it keeps the crowd quiet. Then at least it might. We must go in one step in the right direction.
Thiago Silva. Mateo Kovacic. Good touch by Havertz.
Going up to the door.
Here for Hudson-Odoi. Closed down by Rocha, and then the
He's messing up all the time. Hudson-Odoi get off the pitch.
Conte.
Well done, Kante.
Rudiger.
Come on, don't slow play down. Can't afford to slow play down.
Thiago Silva. Christensen. Lukaku. Showed good strength there, the Chelsea number 9.
So that means he's going. So that means that he's saying we're going to go for it. But that means who would he go off? Would it?
Played wide by Thiago Silva to Christensen.
Fuck! I do not like him because he makes too many errors. And the only thing is, he needs to be very physical in this game because that's what Palmeiras are doing to us. We need to be very physical and not give up. So we need. That's what he needs, but he needs to know not to make too bad of a challenge because it could get sent off according to this ref because he's letting a lot of things fly. So.
You wonder whether they could tire in the closing stages, though. They've worked so hard without the ball. Saul and Timo Werner about to be brought on here by Thomas Tuchel.
Just lost their way a little bit, maybe an ejection of something different. Of course, Palmeiras a little bit more problems than they're having to deal with at the moment.
But you also got to think we do have a game at the weekend as well. We are playing Crystal Palace at the weekend. So we have got. That's what. But you also got to think we are playing. We got another game this week as well, so it's coming into his mind as a manager. You got to think.
You see Wesley coming on as well here.
And also he needs rest because he played all 90 minutes last game, so at least it's giving him a rest.
Up front, 6 goals in 22 appearances so far this season for Timo.
Oh, he took your guy off onto the dolly.
And it's Hudson-Odoi who makes way for the Spanish international. Saul, what do you make of that double change, Mark?
Well, it didn't look like Lukaku was injured in any way, shape or form, so clearly it's a tactical change from Thomas Tuchel.
They're bringing on Wesley. What a simple, non-Brazilian name. Wesley.
Right through the game, in terms of retention in and around those little pockets of space around the penalty area, and hoping to create it in that way, but given Lukaku's performance, I think
wow,
he's done okay.
That's so it sounds like both teams are taking up basically their main players.
So Ronnie makes way here.
They've done it what we've done.
One of only 4 non-Brazilians in the Palmeiras squad. Eduardo Atuesta is also coming on here. They signed him from LAFC in January on a 4-year deal. Came on for final few minutes in the semi-final. Well, that is a surprise for me. Rafael Veiga, so influential.
They're taking up Ronnie as well. The guy who keeps doing another lot of bothering the wings. Oh, but now we've got to contain Wesley. Oh, fucking Milan have just scored. Fucking hell.
Yeah, maybe that's a reaction to the changes Chelsea have put onto the pitch. The opposition
Edin fucking Jacko.
Then he has to address the change in tactics possibly. It'll be interesting to see how this develops.
Lol. I'm interested to see how Salu plays. Let's see how he does.
Conte. Kovacic. Conte.
Looks like Chelsea have gone to 3 at the back. Pulisic is out on this left-hand side now. Got the 2 front guys of Havertz and Werner hoping to penetrate from those central areas.
Christensen. Thiago Silva. Rudiger. Movement here from Werner. The header down almost found Havertz. Saul. Only 2 Premier League starts this season for Saul. Fired that forward to Timo Werner.
Oh, the pass wasn't that good from you, so you put a bit too much pace in it, then they couldn't control it.
It was who played it forwards. Touch of cramp for Christensen. The clock ticking towards the final 10 minutes in Abu Dhabi.
There's some players that are good at doing that, and one of them's Thiago Silva. He's good at doing pass through an eye of a needle, but he's got the experience. I thought Rudiger could do it as well, but turns out he can't.
Rudiger. Kai Havertz. So that Havertz and Werner.
Oh, I can't tell what he was trying to do. Just unlucky. Unlucky Rudiger.
With their respective girlfriends. It's one way to spend your time off. I was surprised that they were allowed to do that, actually. How much insurance must cost for players these days? It's Kovacic. He's just been chewed out by Russia.
Keep him on the physical front. That's never a foul, ref.
Get the free kick and a chance to get up the pitch as well.
Ref, why are you giving them wave, letting them have fouls when it's not really a foul?
Have done that really well all through the game.
I think once again that we've seen Abel Ferreira set his side up in a way that against a team with superior players, they've found ways to remain competitive. It's a real skill that he has that as a coach. final 10
Come on,
minutes
boys.
of normal time. Atuesta centred in for Palmeiras. Piqueras. Atuesta.
Come on, Chelsea.
Chelsea have won all three of the current major European trophies, won the Cup Winners' Cup as well. 8 major European honours in total, but can they secure their first Club World Cup this evening? We're in for a tense closing stages here of this 90 minutes.
Come on, boys.
Rudiger. Christensen to Conte. Rudiger. Werner came short, finds Rudiger again.
Come on, lads.
Conte.
We can keep the ball and try and get up there and have an attempt to see what we can do.
Christensen. Werner. Misjudged that completely there, Conte, but Chelsea have it back again with Rudiger. The last time English and Brazilian clubs met in the final was only in 2019 when Liverpool beat Flamengo. That did go to extra time. And Roberto Firmino got the only goal of the game.
Chelsea lost their way to a certain extent at the moment. The misplaced passes, no real urgency or direction to their play at the moment. They need to get back on track and make sure that they're asking questions of this Palmeiras side, who you have to say have grown in confidence as the half has progressed.
Come on, boys.
Sent forward by Weverton. Now they're getting several forward here. Atuesta. Dudu had made a run into an offside position. Wesley, supported by Rocha. It's a clever pass that back to Wesley. 3 in the middle. Cut out by Saul. Thiago Silva.
Come on.
Rudiger. Conte. Conte again. Can he orchestrate something here for Chelsea? Finds Rudiger. The dummy by Kovacic. Pulisic. Havertz.
Stop trying to play intricate passes, man. It's not going to work.
Conviction at the moment from Chelsea.
Yeah, we've got to really work exceptionally hard to keep those balls in those key areas of the field. At the moment, like Havertz and
Come on, boys.
Werner is just a little bit loose in their work, and as a consequence, defenders can step in and break off them.
Conte.
Come on, Chelsea.
Rudiger. Kovacic takes it on.
Oh, unlucky Kovacic, unlucky.
They squeeze the play, tidy it up on the edge of
Come
the
on.
box, and then look to hit Chelsea on the counter. Final 5 minutes of normal time.
Roman.
By Rudiger.
Roman. Legend.
Such a
What a
patient
legend.
side as well, aren't they? Palmeiras stick to the game plan at all costs. They've not looked to force the issue too much. Biding their time. Atuesta with the cross. Beyond. All in white in the box. There will be another chance to send it in though, and it came off. Aspilicueta.
Good play by Palmeiras. I have to say, all evening they've been prepared to
What?
drive with the ball, retain possession, draw people to the ball,
Yeah.
and then offload to people in more space. I think that's been a real trait of the.
That's a good thing.
It's been a clever, a savvy, and mature display here by the Brazilian side. Came off Christensen.
Would you say?
Quite reached
Yeah.
Gileson. Saw a shot there of Roman Abramovich in the crowd. 19 years with Chelsea, 20 trophies.
Or,
This is the one
or if it isn't
they're
9.
still yet to win.
Yeah. Come on, boys.
Elude them again. You wonder. Palmeiras.
Yeah.
President. It's only been in place since November, of course. They've already won the Copa Libertadores since November.
Ah.
Pereira is the president.
Come on. I think he can. I think he can because he's getting a different visa, I think.
Gomez.
Yeah.
Side flag up.
Yeah. Come on, Chelsea.
To me, that much urgency about Chelsea, which is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, it's just really their performance has petered out in this.
Come
second
on,
half.
we need to do something.
Palmeiras came back on level terms so quickly, just not delivered the stuff in our Chelsea, which shouldn't happen. It should be a signal to go again, but that hasn't happened.
Had a little spell, Chelsea, after they got the opening goal, where they really pushed and pressed for a second. But it didn't come. Levels have really dropped off.
You have to give credit to the opposition. They worked exceptionally hard, defended central areas really well, and broke off tackles and interceptions. And
Come on.
clearly, their game plan is working better than any game plan Chelsea had prior to this game kicking off.
Rudiger. They win it in the closing stages here, Chelsea. Just over a minute to go. Conte, Saul. Conte again.
You take a risk there. You take a risk.
Working wide.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a free kick or something.
Conte.
Yeah, because it... Oh, fuck. Remember?
Looks to be a high foot there. Joaquin Piqueras is the Palmeiras player involved. A stoop from Saul. A raised foot
And-
from Piqueras.
GBH. GBH. It sounds like this referee doesn't like us.
Real tension in Abu Dhabi. The final seconds of normal time. Chelsea with a chance from the set piece. As Pulisic weighs up his options. Could they snatch it right at the last here, Chelsea? As into added time we go. It's a good delivery, but it was won by the head of Gomez. It was a good header. Decisive 1-2, but Rudiger trying to keep it going. Minimum of 5 minutes added time.
Come on, Chelsea. 5 minutes further on time at the end of the game. 5 minutes.
Question of who's going to be the bravest here. Do you go all out to try and get
This
that win?
referee...
Or do you just bide your time, get to extra time and see what happens?
Hey, that's a foul. How's that not a foul on Pulisic? A disgraceful ref.
Didn't get one as Rudiger quickly wins
It goes on your check, clearly. Because their keeper must be very confident.
Chelsea are going to have a corner. Minutes to go.
Come on, boys!
The pressure coming from Chelsea.
Come on, you better do well. You're representing European football. You're representing the whole continent for football.
Pulisic with the corner. The goalkeeper stays put. Comes out to Timo Werner. Can they keep them penned in here? Werner's cross.
Oh.
Gomez was back there again.
I can understand what commentary was trying to do there. But too much on it.
Header there. You know, this late stage ball's coming into your box.
See, Timo Werner put one ball in the box and it's better than what Hudson-Odoi's done for 90 minutes.
Travelled 7,500 miles. The Palmeiras supporters 3,500 for the Chelsea fans. Looks like they're going to get their money's worth because we're heading towards extra time here.
Yeah, looks that way, Adam.
Come on, boys!
Unless there is a twist in the tail. Wesley, Danilo.
Does he not know how?
Piqueras. Chelsea.
Is he talking to the Palmeiras? Is he talking to Palmeiras but he won't talk to Chelsea?
Marcos Rocha. Wesley. Just behind him, wasn't it? Wesley couldn't take it on. Chance for Chelsea to get forward again. Kept in by Pulisic. Got away from Rocha.
Thank you, ref. Thank you, ref. I'll take that. I'll take a foul. I'll take a foul right now. Take a foul.
There wasn't none. Pulled it back.
No, I really had to like I did against Spurs.
To Pulisic. Again, the advantage is played. Conte. Can they create something right at the end here, Chelsea? Werner. Everybody back.
And the keeper doesn't go for the ball. So, take it.
Conte.
Because he's that confident in his team.
Pressure to ask questions.
Come on, Chelsea!
And they're going to get a corner.
And who crossed the ball in, surprisingly? N'Golo Kante. And he even did a better ball than what Hudson-Odoi did.
Once again, we've got a set play here.
Two players have put a ball in better than Hudson-Odoi. And they don't even do crossing most of the time.
The clock ticks over into the final minute of added time.
Left foot was left foot.
We're just wanting a word here. The corner kick is taken. So important from a Palmeiras.
Because most of our corners are taken by men.
That they are concentrated. Could be a last chance to win it here for Chelsea.
Oh.
Clear by
Wow.
Weverton.
For the. So
now Chelsea have got to get back.
Wait! Have that. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Palmeiras keeper there. In those circumstances, you want your keeper to take hold of the situation. He did that and cleared the danger.
It's only out of all the corners that we've had, he's only gone for one corner, and that was the last corner we had. That just shows how much of a shit-house goalkeeper that keeper is. Full time, 1-1, extra time. Here we come. Here we come, extra time.
Just as was the case between Liverpool and Flamengo in 2019. It was Lukaku who'd given Chelsea the lead. 10 minutes later, Rafael Veiga from the spot after a handball.
That Worthington, what a shit-house keeper.
At full time, it is Chelsea 1, Palmeiras 1. Extra time to come.
Thank you, Anna. Yeah, well, it's been a slow burner. of the game. The second half, noticeably better than
What
the first.
the heck?
Extra time is going to be electric. Everything to play for then in this Club World Cup.
Oh, here we go. Let's see what the score is. It is in the Premier League half-time. Man City 1, Norwich City 0.
Excellent header. Palmeiras after that rogue hand from Thiago Silva with a penalty. We're back after this.
Wow, Real Madrid will draw 0-0 away at Villarreal. Woo! 4-0 Pompey. Rout. Okay, let's see who's got... Wow. So actually, out of all the players rated so far, the highest rated player on the pitch is Thiago Silva. So Thiago Silva is actually the best player on that pitch. Is it getting dramatic there, the rugby? Wow. So it could be that he could stop a try, which he's done the right thing, but... Yep.
Back underway at the Abu Dhabi Mohammed bin Zayed Stadium. Extra time, Chelsea against Palmeiras Club World Cup final. Liberty, Adam Thomas and Mark Hughes.
Yeah, thank you, James. Just a couple of Chelsea changes.
Hey!
Ziyech
Oh, Ziyech has come on.
have come on for Kovacic and Christensen.
She said, you know, some players have gone off for Chelsea.
Stages of the 90 minutes.
It's turned out Ziyech it hasn't popped up yet on here.
Win the Club World Cup.
I'm using need to find out subs and everything, but they've not popped up yet. Malang Sarr is actually coming for Christensen, and the other one is Hakim Ziyech has come on for Kovacic. So but the other thing is, you got to think, how good is Malang Sarr when he's not playing as a centre back? He's up there as one of our best for being not a centre back.
And Chelsea start this first period of extra time on the front foot for Conte.
Yep. And the other thing, Malang Sarr can actually go up, and he's also good at doing both attacking and defending. Good. Yep. Good, that's a ball! Oh, unlucky. Unlucky there. So it looks like he's actually going for it. That's what. He tried to be a clever thing, did Hakim Ziyech. He tried to do an outfoot pass, which didn't work. It doesn't work, unfortunately. Oh, one thing I can say is France's try got ruled out.
I think they'll demand from their team in front of them. I've been really impressed with their desire, their work rate. We talked about
That's a good thing.
Technical ability as well. In tight situations when
Come on, Chelsea.
Chelsea players around them, invariably they'll come out either with the ball or
when unfortunately you can't afford to do that against a team like this. Can't afford it. Come on, boys.
Really is a group of players seeking redemption, perhaps. Palmeiras, after the heavy criticism they suffered after failing to score, being knocked out in the semi-finals and losing their third-place playoff in last
Come on, boys.
Club World Cup. Any different this time round for Palmeiras as they seek to see it through, but it's Chelsea on the attack.
They look nice. I wouldn't. I don't see that being a foul. Ziyech did nothing wrong in that challenge.
Yes, it was. Who scored in the UEFA Super Cup final against Villarreal?
Yeah.
Back in August, another tight affair. Game that finished
You can
1-1.
you can literally tell how much Brazilians love the sport of football. How much they take it seriously. To how it's different to how we all take it seriously. They take it 100% over what we do. They're crazy.
cause each other. I think they make tweaks to their strategy as the game progresses and takes.
We're you're gonna have to put Italy in there because of them winning the Euros. That's giving them confidence. Yeah, just because of that, and we're only put up there because we finished second, and also we came semi-finals in the last World Cup, so that shows how far England have come. We got semi-final, final, not bad. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, boys. There we go. Penalty. There we go. Penalty. 30 points to 24 France. So that's Ireland's hopes of winning over. He's a tank, even though he's little. Even though he's a little person, he's a tank.
He is surveying his options.
Oh, Phil Foden has just gone for Man City.
Chelsea players on the edge of the area. They make their move in.
Yeah, I'm calling him a little, another rat, because he's also another player who's quick and short. And, yeah, and it's just the other one I can slightly say for this one, Raheem Sterling, put him in that category, because he's also small, rat, and quick. But also likes to also come the ref on that one. Yeah. Yep, full time. France have won 30 points to 24.
Extra time, particularly with a packed schedule ahead back home as well to come. And doing this the hard way. Aspilicueta. They've been made to do it the hard way by.
That's all you can do.
Palmeiras. Sa. Conte. Goes on the outside of Wesley. Werner's got plenty of options in the middle.
Go on!
It's the first little bit of effective work from Timo Werner there. We need a little bit more from him. When you make a change and you bring on a sub, you want a sub to have an
See if any new cards are coming out on FIFA, so I'm just checking.
from that run there.
I need to check on here.
From him. So we need a little bit more.
Tanganga. What? Oh yeah, he's got 2 cards out to Tanganga. He's got 2 cards out. Interesting.
Threat out there for Chelsea. See if they can get them into the positions, create chances. Saul and Pulisic, good block. Threw himself in the way of that Gomez.
Ooh, they got a Conor Gallagher thing. You can be able to.
Really got a lot
Ooh.
to do. It's a fight ball, isn't it?
You have to say Palmeiras has been really good.
Then you got
defending central areas.
who else?
No room for
You can get
Chelsea.
Frimpong. What the heck?
Forward could very well be in the wide areas. Can they get runs to those angles either side of the box?
Yeah, it's Conor Gallagher. But the newest one is that Tananga of
Plough through a furrow down
Spurs.
Certainly got hold of that.
Fuck.
Sa.
You can fucking. And who is the con? And what is his name? That's what I was saying. It'd be.
Sa with the header.
Oh, I was about to say. I hope you would say it hit the bar and went down and almost crossed the line. Go on! Yes! Oh! Oh!
Off the frame of the goal. Chelsea so unlucky.
Oh! I would have had the moment for me to do
initially, but
my Marvel celebration. Who's Captain America?
I think that's where they'll get the joy. Can they get more players?
Oh, cheeky old one.
Players on the corners of the box and get people making diagonal runs.
Thomas Tuchel's happy.
He certainly was better.
Thomas Tuchel's happy because we have just have that effort, and he went and applauded that, saying he's happy with what we're doing so far. Still, we knew in the history of European competition, we knew he scored nearly the greatest ever goal ever scored in the champion in the final. If Pulisic would have scored, it would have been the greatest goal ever scored.
Swung in towards Thiago Silva. Sa.
Come on, Chelsea.
Werner. Rudiger's a long way forward and wins the corner. Pressure here from Chelsea.
See, Thomas Tuchel must have said something to them that's brought a spark into them.
To take effect now.
Yeah, but the other thing I was saying is, he must have said something to them that must have got something out of them to now start going for it. Like a team talk or something that must have worked. That's the ball, but still, we've not met the first man.
Easy take for Weatherton. And every time it goes forward.
Why is your name called Webington? Doesn't even sound Brazilian. It sounds more like someone who would be born in New Zealand or Australia.
The more likely to have an impact in terms of goals at the moment. Chelsea bounced back from a poor period in that second.
Booting one in the sea.
leg.
The sea!
There's going to be at least one open chance.
Havertz just a
No.
But he'd be the difference maker again, as he was in the Champions League final. Rudiger has come across.
Well done, Rudy! Ah, here we go. We'll be able to find out about that bar thing, the situation. Ah, he said it said the deflection only helped it onto the woodwork, so it was a deflection.
Chelsea hoping to lift what would be their second piece of silverware of the season already. How tough it's been made for them here.
If it was good link.
Marcos Rocha with the long throw in. Trajectory on that as well from the fullback.
Yeah.
Clear by Thiago Silva.
It turned out they did a 1-2 between him and Werner. That caused it.
Then heads it forward for Palmeiras.
The 1-2. Yeah, it was that quick.
Rocha's gone for the return of the offside.
Come on, Chelsea. Come on, we're starting to get more into our stride now. Because we actually started to do what we should have done, but it shows what happens when you can see the goal. Sometimes you might, oh, we can bring on an extra sub. Well, we've already done ours. We've already done our two. It's taking enough doo-doo. Does he need to go and have a doo-doo?
He's going to be replaced by Navarro.
Fresh energy up front for them,
So have we, with Malintar and Hakim Ziyech.
for his team.
Rafael Navarro, who's come on. He's only 21, former Brazilian youth international. He was Botafogo's top scorer in the second tier last season. They won the title. This is his Club World Cup debut. He's looking for what would be his first goal for his new club.
Yeah, but the only thing is, what if he played against teams that are... Come on, Chelsea.
Certainly provide much needed fresh legs and energy up top for Palmeiras. Chelsea on the attack with Werner.
Yeah, he played for a team called Botafogo, who was famous for having Karen Seedorf play for them. Come on, Chelsea. Let's do something. Oh, Megs. Oh,
Pulisic, Azpilicueta.
that's a ball. Oh, the balls that we're doing are perfect. It's just
Players
not working.
but it's Palmeiras. They get the free kick.
If Palmeiras are not careful, something's going to work. Something's going to work for us eventually.
Chelsea guys,
Because they're letting us having so much time on the ball. Something's going to come eventually. Because it did when Lukaku scored. Oh, okay, let's see stats on that for fouling. Fouling stats.
Long ago is from Weberton.
Palmeiras have actually committed 12 fouls. Chelsea have actually committed 19. How have we committed 19?
International.
It doesn't look like we did 19 fouls
Shown as well here.
in a game.
The challenge by Wesley.
But weirdly enough, we've actually got a good omen on here. We've done no offsides. Palmeiras have been offside 3 times. For once, we're actually playing the game and we're not actually being offside. Woohoo! For once.
Sarr.
Wow. I can tell how this has gone to extra time. Chelsea and Palmeiras have got similar, were in similar form in the last 5 games.
More seconds of the first period of extra time.
So I can see why it's gone to extra time.
Ziyech with the ball inside to the hard-working Conte. Sarr.
But you can tell the players are really giving it a go.
Werner into added time at the end of the first half of extra time. Azpilicueta.
See what ratings.
Conte
just going to...
And Navarro is the player who's the furthest forward, looked offsides. Rudiger racing to get there.
Well done, Rudiger!
I think he probably would have been offside, yeah, he was.
Offside.
Would have been a huge moment there. Chelsea just got themselves a little bit of a muddle in the middle of the park. Can't afford to do that against this team. We've seen it already. They'll break quickly.
That's what the whole game plan has been.
Why have...
Hasn't it, hoping for that mistake to nick possession.
Just Palmeiras are just play... They're just play acting on every challenge. I don't even think Ziyech did wrong in the challenge.
Quick to see opportunities to break off the back of tackles.
So to find out Wesley, where are you? I want to find out what form, see what position you... Yeah, I'm just checking something. And at the moment, it hasn't. It doesn't say what... You're right winger. So I can find out who you're marked with. So right winger. So you're... If I'm signing this way, goalkeeper, left. Right, so you're on this side. So who... I'm just trying to have a look, see who's marking him, because he's the one player that whoever's marking Wesley, you can actually take advantage of that situation. You can do skill and everything, and he can't touch you. Who's our right winger?
Just one mistake and that nervousness.
If you know, I'm trying to figure out who our right winger is.
I think it's filtering through to everybody in the ground.
Yeah, so half-time,
That's why I'm saying whoever's right on the right wing, they can take advantage of that Palmeiras player being on the booking, because he can do skill, whatever, the player can't touch him, or he's going to be sent off.
At what point does your legs just kind of not do what your brain is telling you?
Except our legs are still going, because we brought two...
You know, they'll be feeling it.
I can understand in extra time why he's took Christian off, because at the beginning of the second half he started getting cramp.
Have to really dig deep now and try and find something and hope that someone can find a bit of magic.
So I can understand that he could have cramp or something, so that's fair enough.
Quite happy with a penalty shootout. The good news from Chelsea's point of view is that for a team that plays a lot on the break, they're not that good at counter-attacking.
Nope. No, we're not good at counter-attacking, but we have now started to be really good at taking penalties. We've won 3 penalty shootouts in 1 year. So,
Chelsea have obviously made some subs.
two in the League Cup and 1 in the UEFA Super Cup. So we know how to do it, to do the job.
Big final. This is going to be the difference between the two teams, the mentality, that really wanting to win. How much does it matter to the Chelsea?
It does matter to us. Why do you think we've had the best chance of the entire extra time so far with hitting the bar?
Adding pace, adding creativity in that final.
Yeah, it's been
Palmeiras have not even got through once.
They started well, obviously got the goal, and then
Oh, they did, but it was offside.
Again, obviously the changes have come in.
And that's number 4. Number 4. That's the 4th time they've been offside in this game.
Giving it a go as well, but I think this is where mentality really shines through. How much do Chelsea want to win it? And if Chelsea want to win it enough,
We do want to win it. It's just that Palmeiras have been fouling comes.
As you say, Glenn, Palmeiras do look pretty beat. This business of not having possession, having to chase the ball.
He's right. He's spot on. Someone's finally saying that Palmeiras look beat, because it looks like their energy, they've already used all their energy up.
Thank you, James. Yes, that's Mark Hughes to put us
I bet you agree on that. What he's saying is correct.
in this situation here. What would Thomas Tuchel, you think, what were the crucial messages he would want to get across there?
Because it did look like these Palmeiras players are a little bit beat at the moment, because they took all their energy out for when they scored from that point to the 90th minute, which was nearly a full night, which was not far from nearly a full night, full half. So they used all their energy in one half of football.
What's on offer here? It's all about making your mark in the game. And
so I pretty much agree on that one.
To do that.
There hasn't been a penalty shootout in the Club World Cup final in the current format. The last was in an all-Brazilian final between Corinthians and Vasco da Gama back in the year 2000.
Vasco da Gama used to be a really big side, but they've gone off the wayside. Because I've heard of Vasco da Gama.
2 sets of players having to dig extremely deep here now, particularly as was highlighted there by Glenn and Ennie, the Palmeiras players, given how the game has been played out here.
Come on, Chelsea! Come on, we've got our tails. We've got our tails. That's the right word, tails between our legs, because we've got literally the energy. Now, because it looks like they've got a bit of a spring in our step, have we got?
It's the first, remember, of 2 finals, 2 opportunities for Chelsea to win major silverware.
Yes, and one of them's against a team who fucking can't beat us with 10 or 11 men on the pitch and a referee helping them. Which is shitty ass Liverpool.
They're still missing from their extensive collection. Sarr.
What's it gonna take for Liverpool to beat us? Do they have to have about 12 men on the pitch?
After giving away that penalty.
13 men on the pitch.
Saul waits in the box. So many times in this game we've seen
on.
Palmeiras protect the edge of their own box expertly.
Yeah, for me it looks like Palmeiras have run out of ideas and ran out of legs.
Yeah, the pace is
They're now just trying to get to penalties, I think, now.
You can understand the players feeling the efforts that they put in for opportunities like this.
Well done, Werner! Werner! Oh, go on, Sarr, put it in the box. Be interesting ball, Sarr. That's big! That's the ball! Oh! Go on, Charles!
These are the moments when you want your key players at the top end of the pitch to really produce for you.
Come on, lads!
They've got ability on the side, got key players that have that ability just to take the game away from the opposition. One of them's got to produce.
Come on, Charles! Yes! Havertz! Oh! That's never a foul, ref.
A little unnecessary. Tangle of legs between Havertz and Everton. Didn't look to have done a great deal wrong there, Havertz.
Yeah, Havertz has done nothing wrong.
Honest enough attempt to go for
Yeah,
the ball.
he was looking at the ball the entire time.
It's a genuine attempt. Well,
It's just a
within his
Palmeiras
range,
players are
chance
just
for that
making it look like he's done something wrong.
ball. The goalkeeper's making a real of that, maybe running the clock down to a certain extent.
How much, Mark, is a player? Is it a battle in the mind?
Come on, boys!
Just the legs in extra time.
Come on, Chelsea!
In a hot atmosphere as well. The temperature was about 24 degrees. The kick-off.
Yeah, it's about making the right decisions. When you become tired, when you've really worked exceptionally hard, then sometimes your mind plays tricks on you and you make poor
Mind plays
decisions in
tricks?
key areas of the field. So
Jeez.
they've got to guard against that, both teams.
Come on. Come on, Chelsea, they're making mistakes. Let's go for it. Come on, let's go for the kill now. They're just trying to get the penalties now.
The first club to win back-to-back Copa Libertadores in over 20 years. The first from Brazil since the early 90s. But to win this today would, for many of their fans, top the lot.
Mansa, why do that? Why? Just because you put a heavy touch in.
From one of the players, he should be fresh out there, Sarr. Rudiger plays it forward though.
Go on, Timo!
Goes on the outside.
Go on, Timo!
Russia.
Oh! Oh! Well done, Timo!
That's better from Werner. That's what Chelsea want to see from him. Taking people on, he's got the energy, he's only just come on. Got to use that energy in the right way now.
So quick as well, Timo Werner. Remember when he was playing in Germany, they called him Turbo Werner.
Come on.
Confidence perhaps fragile, but
Sorry guys, we don't.
only 6 goals this season. Can he have a telling impact? So many
Don't
potential
see me just a bit
difference makers out
nervous.
there.
Oh!
Werner has the effort, and it's soft time.
Okay, Werner. Come on, Charles!
Maybe gave us a bit of insight into the mindset of Werner, Mark, recently when he said
Playing some absolute good football. Just need to get something at the end of it. I do not want to go into another penalty shootout for the 4th time this year for us.
There's a lot of good
Gets
feeling towards
gets
him.
too stressful.
Chelsea fans see the amount of effort he puts in, and they can see clearly he's trying to do the right things. For all strikers get judged by goals, and that's ultimately what will happen to Timo Werner.
Come on, do something. Well done, Sarr.
Will somebody get a chance to win this before a penalty shootout, you wonder? Sarr.
I do not want a penalty shootout again. No way.
Aspilicueta.
So we can go and win this. Come on.
Ziyech.
Oh, Ziyech just turned him on a dime. Oh, Come on.
Support here.
Well done, Silva.
He was clever to win the throw in and get his side up the pitch.
Come on, Chelsea.
Piqueras.
Come on, let's get back on the ball. Come on, well done. Come on.
Aspilicueta. Havertz.
Come on, no. Oi, cheeky little bastard. Cheeky little bastard. Navarro, you cheeky little twat. Disgrace, cheeky little twat. You don't get booked for that. You should be crucified. Twat. You are a number 29. You are a twat. Taking out. Yes. Oh.
Havertz came close.
Oh.
On that, it was Rocha there for Palmeiras.
What a
I thought that was going to go in. It was right on his back, on the back hairs, on the back stick.
He was odds on to get on the
Oh.
end of it. Defensive header. Once again, Palmeiras been great in those situations.
Oh, it's a free now, man City. Fucking hell. Just going for it now.
Just feels like the Brazilian side are holding out for penalties now.
Come on, Ziyech. Yes, 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 yes. Shoot! Oh! Handball! Penalty! Penalty! If you don't give us a penalty, for you giving them a penalty, this is bullshit! It's bullshit!
Aspilicueta was right up to the referee there straight away.
Because it looks like it's the most obvious penalty in the world.
Pulisic. Still plenty forward here for Chelsea and towards
Yes!
the
Oh!
and onto the roof of the net it goes, and still the Chelsea
But it's a
protest
pen.
go on here.
Ref! Ref!
I wonder
Are you going to look at it?
what's
Are you going to look at it? Are you going to look at it? Are you going to look at it? You can't. Are you a cunt? Are you a cunt? If you don't look at it and it's not given, then it's a disgrace. You're a disgrace to football. You're a disgrace. You are a disgrace.
Yes, he is going to have a look.
Come on!
This is ominous for
Penalty
Palmeiras.
to potential penalty for Chelsea.
Usually the decision is positive for the ones that are claiming penalty.
No, it's a pen! It's a multa! Deliberately!
Clearly,
You cannot give that! If you don't give that and you give that, then that's a disgrace to football.
It's come off Luan.
Then that's a disgrace to football.
Here comes the decision.
Yes! Yes!
Great for Chelsea.
Come on! Come on! Penalty to Chelsea! Penalty to Chelsea!
The chance to go back in front. There's another view of it.
Oh no! Oh no 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 no!
Turning his back on the ball, wasn't he, Luan? But straight away the Chelsea players to a man appealed for the penalty, which has been given.
Really harsh on Luan.
Oh!
Happens time and time again in games. You don't know a lot about it, but the hand was up. Clearly hit the hand. But
He actually-
referees
Come on.
interpreted it as a penalty.
He actually
Come
gave
on.
away a penalty in the semi-final loss last year to
Come
Tigres.
on!
Luan
Come on!
was heavily criticised for it as well. Yellow card was shown.
Aspilicueta's taking it!
Now no Jorginho.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
9 penalties.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
for
Have I
Chelsea
just said this
this
correctly?
season.
Aspilicueta is taking it!
Atuesta has been shown a yellow card as well. And they're just doing their
'Cause
best
Aspilicueta got off.
here, Palmeiras,
Ah! That's what I'm just... Okay.
to halt the taking of this
My
penalty.
legs are literally, I tell you right now that I literally can't stand or
Bit
walk
of gamesmanship going on now.
physically.
Clearly they want to try and affect.
I physically... Sorry if I'm not in short at the moment, guys. My legs are literally like numbness right now. Literally can't feel my legs. Can't even stand. But the emotion's getting to me now. Come on, Kai! Come on, to win us! To return to give us World Championship status! Come on, give us it! Come on! Come on, King Kai! The guy who won us the Champions League! Can he come and win us the FIFA Club World Cup to make us a hero? To do it again! King Kai, the German magician! Here we come! A hero yet again!
Who won Chelsea,
Come on.
the champions.
Kai!
League.
Oh!
Club
Come
World Cup as well.
on! Is that it? Is that the goal that's going to win us the Fifa Club World Cup?
Champions.
Is that the moment?
Minutes remaining
Come
here.
on!
Kai Havertz has done the business again. In a
Woo!
major final.
King Kai!
Player with a big goal.
Get in! 2-1 Chelsea. Yeah?
Hard on Palmeiras, but you have to say, what a great penalty. Real pressure. The little check, sent the keeper the wrong way. Great penalty.
And you know, do you know what helped? Do you know that he did a slight stop?
So precise.
But he did it like so minimal.
Measured
He
to
did.
perfection.
That is
Right
clever.
into the corner.
That.
And it's him again for Chelsea. The man for the
Yeah.
big occasion.
Because I thought for a minute there that he wasn't taking the penalty because originally the ball was given to Aspilicueta and I thought, he's taking it. No.
It's a forlorn looking Rocha who's replaced. And it's Davison.
I would take just defending at this point because we defended actually quite well.
Man who scored a winner in a Copa Libertadores.
It was just
with Palmeiras.
one defensive error, which was players just jumping up, looking at the ball, and the ball just accidentally hit their hand.
Champions.
But to give benefit.
For Kai Havertz was substantial.
To give the benefit of the doubt to the player, he was looking away from the ball. He was looking away. That's the only thing I'll give to that decision.
Again for Chelsea.
Because you always want to be fair, and that's my fair.
To be able to score.
To be on the fair side, he was looking away. But you can't. That's the only thing I'm going to say is that he was looking away. If he looked away but didn't have his arm out, I would have gone fair enough. No. But because his arm was out, he did something stupid. Come on, boys!
Can they see it out?
Ah!
On the brink. So many of their players were gold
You know what's going to be like on Fulham Road? You know what's going to be like on... You know what's going to happen on Fulham Road if this happens? The whole street's going to be covered and it's going to be a massive party on the streets. Because we did it when we beat Arsenal in the Europa League. Literally the whole street was covered and vehicles going to get through. It'd be a massive party on King's Road.
Laps it into touch.
Well done! Taking one for the team. Get in there. Took one for the team there. He looks serious, but
The play stopped quickly here because of a head injury.
he took one for the team. That's all that matters. Oh. I'm hoping Silva's alright because we need him. He's one of our better players.
In the relatively short time he's been with Chelsea, has already won the Champions League. Has already won
No,
the
but
UEFA
you got to say,
runners
the
up
one
to
thing...
Leicester in an FA Cup
Yeah,
final, on the brink
but one
here
thing I
is
will
the
say, the
third
referee's been...
major
I'll give
offer.
credit to the referee
With a
when
minimum of 3
decisions
minutes
that have
added
defined the
time.
game, he's been
Chelsea
spot on with them.
edging closer.
Yes! Is he going to do it? Way! He's finally done it! He's finally gone and done it! He's booked him! He's booked him! Thank Lord, but why does it take you to extra time to do so?
He's been shown a yellow card.
You should have done it. You should have done it ages ago. Then he might have shut up.
Understandable to a certain extent, but I think they can see the game slipping away from
Oh, he's just been a dick. The manager's just been a dick again. He's just got yellow card and then ended the VAR signal. See, VAR for my yellow card. I want it rescinded, please. Come on, boys! King card. Can we please have a statue?
Penalty this was.
Can we please have a statue outside Stamford Bridge, please, with his name?
doubt.
The guy's a hero.
Just stroked it into the bottom corner on the opposite side. Great pen.
Seeming acceptance among the Palmeiras supporters that they're long way to win this competition.
And for us, it's and for this club, for our club, it's a redemption. Because we should have won it in 2013, and rightly we should have won it in 2013.
For the fact they've still never won this competition, they know what's coming when they get back home.
Because it, for like a lot of the players were saying it's like redemption because we should have won it that year, and we did it because we got robbed. And this one's like it's been we've robbed the rogues of that one and made it right.
Unless there is some very late drama here.
Come on, boys, just hang on.
At the allotted added time we go.
Let's keep hanging on, boys, as much as we can hold on. Well done, well done. Just take any foul, just take it. Take it.
Chelsea just got to see this game out now. Use their
Well done,
experience.
Pulisic.
They've been in these moments in the past. They've got that experience. They're just letting the game wind down, and then you take the spoils.
Just seconds remaining, maybe one last chance for Palmeiras to get forward.
Get the ball. Well done, Timo. Well done, Timo. Well done.
All eyes on the referee as we wait for the final whistle here.
Oh, referee!
Fourth minute of added time.
Don't stop being a cunt. The referee's being a cunt.
But it's Navarro who breaks forward here. Just a heavy touch.
Well done, Silva. Well,
they're saying Palmeiras, they
for
should
who?
have a free kick there. Up it goes towards Havertz.
Yes! That's it. He's got to go. He's through on goal. It was through on goal.
One there. Still we go on in Abu Dhabi.
Aye.
Approaching what would be a 5th minute of added time. Towering header clear.
Can you hear Thomas Tuchel shouting? Because you can hear someone shouting because it's that loud, and you go red card, and that was from our bench. Then you might have been able to hear and it said red card. Because in any game in any league around the world, they would know.
Again.
Yeah.
You over the sign when the referee decides to go and have a look at the monitor.
So he's basically had a mare of the last 4 minutes.
Which is clearly significant in 2 different ways here. Originally, I have to say, in real time, it did look as though
the ball. Do you know Kai Havertz was quite lucky because he managed to nick the ball just literally inches from his boot before he touched it.
What's the decision of Chris Beef to be here?
There we go. Wait.
It's going to be
bye. Red card. Bye.
for that challenge on Havertz and Swell.
Why would any defender would do that? I know Thiago Silva or Rudiger would do exactly the same thing, but they're a lot more experienced than you that knows when it's the right time to do a challenge at that time, and they can sometimes pull it off. And we've seen it from him. He's not experienced enough to do it.
It's ended for certainly that man.
Come on, boys, just blow the whistle, please, ref.
Chelsea fans are delighted with the situation.
Please.
So the Palmeiras.
I can't hold it anymore.
Well, he came to this tournament this year seeking redemption, really, Luan, having been so heavily criticised after giving
It'd be even more weird if he can get a third. No, from his free kick. I don't think it would.
Against Tigres last year. He's been made to suffer some more. Into a 7th minute of added time we go.
Come on, Chelsea. Come on, blow the whistle. Yes! World champions! We have made redemption for 2013. We are now finally have completed the entire set with the history of the game. We have done it. We have done it. We have done it.
Palmeiras fall short.
We,
Long.
along with Liverpool, are the only British clubs to complete the set.
It is a
I don't even think Man United have even won the set, because they've not yet to win the Europa League, so Man United have not yet completed the set.
Kai Havertz with the winner.
There we go.
Great moments for everybody connected with Chelsea.
Full time, Chelsea 2, Palmeiras 1. We are world champions. We can finally call ourselves that. No one can take that away from us now in history.